To the genuine ones only, have a safe remaining weekend and have a safe week ahead of you. Protect your energy because not everybody's deserving your time, and that's all right. But today's topic is STD awareness. You know, because it's getting real disrespectful out here, and it's real unhealthy. For real, for real. People out here psyching people out their thought process and manipulating people's character of a description that they truly not, and it's unhealthy. You know, it really is unhealthy. You know, how do you how do you confide in someone who just found out that they are dealing with something that someone gave them when it comes to your family members and stuff like that without pushing them away or without allowing them to feel unworthy of themselves and because of a misunderstanding night because somebody psyched them out their thought process and their freedom. And it's sad to see that how I'm gonna put this into words. This is so sad. How somebody could be carrying something at the end of the day, and because they're so miserable with them being miserable, they want to psych an innocent person out their thought process and project that they're so in tune with this person, and this person is so vulnerable, and they're not aware of themselves, and they end up sleeping with this person at the end of the day, and their life can change forever. Wearing protection is very important, and I say that respectfully. And knowing who you laying down with is very important. It's no excuse. And I say that respectfully. Because what happens is, you could be in a relationship with somebody for years at the end of the day and they decide to go step out on you. Let's start with that first. You could be in a relationship with somebody and you could be with them for years. And you both been good for years. Until somebody decides to step out on a relationship or whatever the case may be and, you know, thinking they're going to have a fun night out of town. And they coming back to you and reevaluating your life to you. And you saying to yourself is, what's going on with me today? I know how to show up for myself the most healthiest way. Why am I off balance? And you're really reevaluating your thought process saying to yourself is, I ain't sleeping with nobody. I don't even move like that. And you reevaluate your thought process and say to yourself, as this person that you've been with for so many years, they weren't loyal at all. And there's nothing cute or funny or attractive about it at the end of the day. To have something that was endured within you, that was never in within you, and you having miscommunication self days with yourself. Or because somebody decided to cheat on you. And antagonize your character, manipulate you, because it goes from, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where you possibly have gotten it from. You probably got it from somebody else. It's not right. It's not right. To be in a relationship with somebody and you decide to go step out in a relationship or whatever the case may be and have third-party conversations with somebody and not even knowing who you laying down with at that. And then you bring home something to you go back home to someone that you say you love and care about and don't even care about your own life, to go back home to give somebody something at the end of the day. You're supposed to check yourself out that door before laying down with anybody at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully, regardless of your sexual orientation at the end of the day, regardless of your culture at the end of the day. When you decide to go cheat on somebody, you need to be going to the doctor to see what's going on with your body, to reevaluate your life, to give the person the opportunity to benefit a doubt. They say they want to still deal with you instead of psyching somebody out their thought process. But then sometimes 9 out of 10, you don't even know what's going on with your own body because you don't even take care of yourself. It's sad and disgusting to see that not all marriages, not all relationships, and not those moments of when you psyching yourself out your thought process, thinking you're so in tune with somebody at the end of the day, That you can be trustworthy towards somebody. That the energy is being reciprocated. That they're actually being respectful towards you. They actually care about you and your well-beings. It's not cool at all. Because you done got caught up or whatever the case may be, because you decide to have a one-night stand with somebody or do whatever you did and bring her home to someone that you say you love. And then you expect them to stay around you because you done and affected them with something, and they reevaluating their thought process at the end of the day. Because now they got something, they feel like, okay, well, I'm stuck. I'm stuck with your ass. Because ain't nobody gonna want me. That's a lie. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. Find yourself. It's the thought process of me. Everybody is deserving of love. Everybody is deserving of someone being respectful towards them. Everybody is deserving of someone honoring them and valuing their time in the most healthy way and respecting them. And meaning what they say and saying what they mean, that they're real with themselves, be real with the person that they're talking to. Regardless if you're married or not. Or regardless if you're just trying to talk to somebody and it's just a moment of the spirit moment or whatever, just be real with yourself. It's the thought process of me. And what's more disturbing to see that, you know, in some cases, some people were born with an immune system with the virus. Yeah, it's not your fault. You was born with it. It's not your fault. But at the same time, too, have some type of respect for yourself to acknowledge that, you know what? Let this person know who I'm talking to that I am infected with something. So I can give them the benefit of doubt to say if they want to talk to me or not. It's the thought process of me. Like, I don't understand people. Like, they will have so much time and day to say that they want to be so interested in you. But they forgot to mention at the end of the day, hey, I contracted something. Maybe I was a child, or I contracted something at this point in time in my life, and or whatever the case may be. Nah. They be so miserable with them being miserable, they want to just spread it to everybody. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's not right. Wear protection is very important to wear protection. Not just wear protection, but know who you laying down with. And I say that respectfully. Don't psych yourself out your thought process, let alone your freedom at the end of the day, for a moment of a spirit moment at the end of the day when you can save your own life today. And I say that respectfully. It's the thought process for me. And even if you may not have got it at birth, right? And caught it within a time frame of your life, it should be no reason why you are walking around with fake doctor's work. How are you walking around with fake lab paperwork? How is that possible? And then the first thing you want to say is where you got it from, and act like it's so cute and funny. Ain't shit funny about that. That you actually know where to go to get this type of documentation to psych somebody out their freedom, let alone you playing in your own face. It's the thought process for me. How people really be out here, not all, be out here psyching people out their thought process. What look good ain't good. Woo! What look good ain't good. You be so surprised. You be so surprised to reevaluate your whole life. To say to yourself at the end of the day, not only did I judge a book by its cover, I thought it was the presentation looked so decent. Oh, nah, I'm good. You know how that person that you be like, oh, well, he fine, she fine, oh my God, she blow my mind type of energy? will be the main one to psych you out your thought process. Will psych you out your freedom. Will be the main one out here psyching out the whole community. The whole entire community. So because the whole community, they done ran through the whole entire community now. Now they escape is they start to make other victims in other states their victim. Because now they can't even go back to their own community because they done infected the whole goddamn community now. Now they want to spread it somewhere else to infect another community. It be the thought process of me. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I was just reading something. It was a couple out here, right? A man and a female who sleep with both sex. The man, he sleeps with opposite, and she sleeps with the opposite as well. They sleep with both sex. They sleep with men and women, right? And they both are infected. And what they do is they travel throughout the states, and they infect people. They rob people, and they infect people. It's disgusting. And this is stuff that's not being spoken upon. And I really feel like topics like this really need to be spoken upon because at the end of the day, is another generation that's coming up that should not be exposed to the toxic behavior of the behavior of someone not having controlling issues. Someone that does not know how to have controlling issues. And I say that respectfully. So I'm reading this with them reading this or whatever the case may be, right? They done infected their whole entire community. Right? So what they do is they get online and they start talking to people. And you would think that these people carry themselves so well. You would think that they carry themselves so decent and everything. Because you know what? What happens is we overlook the presentation as to the appearance of a person at the end of the day. Some people do. Some people do. What look good ain't good. Protect yourself today, and I say that respectfully. But long story short, what they do is they go on the internet. They meet people that's not from where they're originally from. And they expose themselves to these individuals. They will act like they're in a relationship with these people. They will act like they're so in tune with these people. They will sit there and fake gaslight these folks to manipulate their character of a description that they truly not. They blackmail these people in the most unhealthiest way. And the reason why they blackmail these people because they come across people who are vulnerable. People who don't have family. And this is how they prey on people. They prey on people who don't have family members. So because you don't have a family member, you don't have family, or whatever the case may be, that's how they throw themselves at you. Because they will make you feel so comfortable at the end of the day that you ain't got family anyway, so all you got is me type of energy. A person can wake up one day, they didn't have none for all their life, and they wake up and what's something at the end that they can't get rid of. And they reevaluate their thought process and say to themselves is, now they depressed, now they done with anxiety, PTSD, all types of sicknesses within their body now. All because they entertained a conversation. You know, never judge a book by its cover. Something that looks so good on the outside at the end of the day can be so bad for you. Because they're so bad within the inside. And I say that respectfully. It's sad to see that people really do prey on a vulnerable person who don't have family members, who don't deal with their folks. It's so sad. Or they feel like someone is so weak-minded. This is the type of people they prey on. That they feel like they get over on people. It is sad. And these same folks go after younger people too. And it's disgusting. And it really needs to stop. Because not only is just these people, it's multiple people who do this shit. It's multiple people who prey on innocent people. It's sad. It really is sad. It really is sad. Like, we're living in a world where it's so one-sided when it comes to common sense. It's so one-sided when it comes to respect. It's so one-sided to have self-awareness. It's so one-sided when it comes to mental health. It's so one-sided. It's not a two-way street. It's not reciprocated on the same page. And that's the problem today. How people really sit here and go out their way and interrupt the innocent person. It's sad. And what's more disgusting is to see that an individual can come in contact with something, a STD or whatever the case may be, right? And they sit out here with fake paperwork to walk around with as they clean. And the whole entire time, these are the folks that's infecting people. Like, where you get this paperwork from at the end of the day? It be the thought process to me. Like, you got so much time within your time at the end of the day to regroup your thought process and get fake paperwork of STD paperwork. How does that work? That's not that does not register in a normal person's mindset. It doesn't. You're sick. You're sick. Something is wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you. And for someone to sit here and infect innocent people at the end of the day and don't even acknowledge, like, yo, I gotta let you know what's going on, something is wrong. You know you have something. And I say this respectfully. You know you have something. Something that can be shown on an outside presence. But when you know you have something, give the next person respect. Allow them to know, like, yo, what's up with you today? Because respect goes a long way. Because at the end of the day, I understand everybody's looking for love and whatever the case may be. Nah, hold on, pause. Someone will respect you more if you be real with yourself, instead of trying to psych them out their thought process. And I say that respectfully. It's the thought process of me. A quickie with a quickie, nah. Them 190s, like, for real, those could change your life forever. Is it worth it? No, it's not. To give your body just to anybody at the end of the day? No, it's not. And I say that respectfully. Because now you're sitting there reevaluating your thought process. You're dealing with all this type of sickness within sickness, and top of a sickness of depression. And now you want to psych your own self out your freedom today because you didn't decide to wear protection. And not only did you not wear protection, but you allow someone to allow you to feel like, dang, I overlooked you. I overlooked you. What look good ain't good. You know, you be like, oh, he fine. Oh, he fine. Oh, he got a big one. Nah, shorty. Reevaluate your thought process real quick. You got children at home. Reevaluate your life at the end of the day. You take care of you at the end of the day. Don't nobody take care but you. It be the thought process for me. How does that work, ma'am, sir? How does that work? For somebody to come into your life and you sitting there judging them by their looks and they look good and all this and the third. Ma'am, sir. To reevaluate your thought process at the end of the day. They only playing in your face. That's all they was doing, was playing in your face. Because they don't care about you. And you're just another victim. It's the thought process of me. Protect yourself. What look good ain't good. And be mindful who you laying with. And having them third-party conversations when cheating on somebody and you don't know who you sleeping with. You sleeping with this person, that person. Or you can even go back to an ex at the end of the day. And I say this respectfully because at the end of the day, you don't know who they sleeping with. So even if you decide to go back to your past at the end of the day, you don't even know who they was sleeping with when that person was sleeping with or who they was sleeping with at the end of the day. People feel so comfortable going back to their exes at the end of the day and not even realizing, regrouping their thought process and say to themselves, you know, yeah, you the past, but hold on, we gotta regroup. Let's go. Take both your asses down to the clinic. Get reevaluated. Get checked up. It's okay. Yeah, that little small talk on that puppy love and all. Nah, it's never that serious. Never. It's never that serious. And I say that respectfully. It's never that serious. Take your ass to the clinic. Take your ass to the clinic. I don't care how good she look. I don't care how good he look at the end of the day. I don't care if they was your past at the end of the day. I don't care if they was the present at the end of the day. I wouldn't even care if it was a stranger in the street. You just needed a quickie. Take that ass to the clinic. Because at the end of the day, it's never that serious. It isn't. It's never that serious. And I say that respectfully. Because you matter. You matter. And it's more disturbing to see that a person could be affected and they would sit there and try to have conversation with an innocent person and not one time acknowledge it. And what's more disgusting to see is that a person can verbally ask you, like, yo, what you got going on? And that person will lie. That's dangerous. That is very dangerous at the end of the day. That you can't even be real with yourself to be real with an innocent person who loves themselves to acknowledge at the end of the day, like, yo, I asked you. I asked you. It's the thought process for me. What look good ain't good. You'll be so surprised what they really look like. I'm against the ones who psych people out their thought process. That's the ones I'm against. Because some people, like I said, they were born with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, too, you gotta be real with yourself. And even if you were born with it, always be real with the person you're laying down with. Acknowledge that you have it. It's called respect. Maybe that person may not look at you any differently. Maybe that person can still love you for who you truly are. Maybe that person was willing to be in your life. You don't know. But be real with yourself. Don't sit there and psych somebody out their freedom or their thought process and their eyesight and their pockets at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, it's not right. Regardless if you was born with an STD or not, it don't matter. Acknowledge yourself. Be real with yourself at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Give someone the benefit of the doubt to say, you know what? I want to deal with you. Don't sit there and laugh in their face after the fact that you done had sex with them and then threw it on like their face. Oh, well, I just gave you something. I don't give a F about you. And, like, wait, what? That's grimy. That is grimy. That's foul. It's foul on so many levels. And I say that respectfully. It's foul on so many levels. It really is. For you to know that you have something and you sit there and tell somebody no, that's a crime. That's a crime. And you deserve to do it all the time. And I say that respectfully. You know, because somebody infected you doesn't give you the right to go infect somebody else. And I say that respectfully. But if you was infected by somebody else because of a careless night, have the common courtesy respect to acknowledge like, yo, this is my story. You gonna deal with me or not? Because there's somebody out there for everybody. Because what's truly for you will be truly for you, and I say that respectfully when it comes to love. But for you to sit there and know that you have something because you was affected by somebody else or you was born with it at the end of the day, acknowledge yourself. It's called respect. Acknowledge it. To give someone the benefit of the doubt to say, you know what? Thank you for being honest with me, but you're not my type. If that's the rejection that you're looking for, that you don't want to hear, then that sounds really personal. And I say that respectfully because not everybody's for you. And some people want their lives to be a little bit more longer than least expected. Not to be sick and have to take pills after pills after pills. No disrespect at the end of the day. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, some people do not want to live like that. It's the thought process of me. How someone can sit here and have all this time and day, regardless if they got it from a child point of view or they was infected as an adult. And you got it. Right? The person that you sleep with, or you decide to have multiple sex partners or whatever the case may be, have respect and acknowledge like, yo, what's going on with you? And I say that respectfully because what happens is a person will sit there and try to have conversations with you or whatever to make you feel so comfortable or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, buddy now. And they forget to leave out the fact that, hey, yeah, that part. It's not right. Because you don't want to mess up the bond that you created. Instead of just being real with yourself and just tell them at the end of the day. You never know how a person may really look at you at the end of the day after they find out what happened to you, your experience, and why your experience happened within it happening. Instead of just going out there having multiple sex partners and all this and the third and just infecting the whole freaking community. It's disgusting. Leave innocent people alone. Like, for real, leave innocent people alone. And I say that respectfully. It's not right at all. It's not. It's not right. It's not right. It is not right. Because too many people are starting to be affected by people psyching them out their freedom. And that's not cool. Acknowledge to yourself like, yo, you know you have it. Be real with yourself. And I'm pretty sure that when you leave your doctor's appointments or whoever's treating you for whatever you have, they acknowledge to you like, you're not supposed to have multiple sex partners. And let the person be aware of when you lay down with them. Because that's a crime. Do you not know that? It's not the norm to go out there and spread your virus to somebody. It's not the norm. And then to sit there and laugh about it. There's nothing attractive or cute about that. It's not. Somebody sitting there making plans with them, plans of their career, of their life, or whatever the case may be, trying to become their best self vision of themselves, trying to provide for their family just to reevaluate their thought process. Somebody decides to want to sleep on them. They thought that they could trust this person. And somebody's a cheater with them being a cheater. and they decide to bring her home to their wife or their husband, that's disrespectful. That is disrespectful. And if nobody thinks that's disrespectful, it just goes to show the ignorancy of the non-common sense that you don't have for yourself, or the self-respect that you don't have for yourself, let alone self-awareness that you don't have for yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing funny about it. Because you know why? You wouldn't want somebody to disrespect your child and do that to your child. Because it makes more sense when you bring children into the situation, and I say this respectfully. Because they know that's when people start to have common sense, and I don't understand why. You wouldn't want nobody to hurt your child, right? Your child that you brought into this world that you love so much. You know, as time goes, they get older. You wouldn't want nobody to violate and disrespect your child and psych them out their thought process, let alone their freedom, their pockets, or their eyesight. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if they're in a relationship with somebody, or regardless if they come across somebody and they just disrespected that person. They're in a relationship with somebody for years at a time, and the person decides to go cheat on them, have a one-night stand, or whatever the case may be. Now, your child's coming and confide in you, or whatever the case may be, as to what's going on, what they're going on. Now you ready to fight. And they saying there's no cure for it. You really ready to fight. Because how, why, and what was in your right mind to think that this was the norm? This was okay. That's what's going through your head. Or to know that your child's in a dating scene at the end of the day. They have to protect themselves from people like this. What look good ain't good. It's a thought process for me. You know, you matter. You are worthy. You know, but at the same time, too, don't be sitting out here psyching people out their freedom. Don't do that. Leave innocent people alone. And innocent people at the end of the day, be mindful when having conversations with individuals at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Be mindful when having conversations with individuals at the end of the day. Because what they feel like at the end of the day, y'all done been talking for so long, feel so comfortable with each other, but then they forget to miss out the big part. And they just cite you out your freedom. If somebody doesn't want to go down to the clinic with you to go get tested, they not for you. Run. They're not for you. Because there's places you can go without insurance to go get a STD test. It's places you can go without insurance. Because these type of things are very important. They really are. They really are. And they're legit places to go get tested. Knowing your status is very important. Knowing your status is very important. I say that respectfully. And be mindful when you cheat on the one that you say you love. Because what I be seeing, it be nasty. Throughout the years, how grown-ass men that say they grown, right? That have wives. And I say this respectfully, that have wives and girlfriends and baby mothers and stuff like that, that have a whole family. They go pick up these prostitutes, right? And not knowing who these prostitutes are. And it's not just prostitutes. It's just people, period. But, they go find these people, right? And they go sleep with them, right? Or they do these sexual activities with these folks, or whatever the case may be. And then they go back home to their family. Like nothing ever happened. You know, the wife, the one, or the girlfriend, the one that's always at the doctor. That's making sure she good. Now she's reevaluating her life and saying to herself, she feels stuck with your ass now. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about your sexual orientation. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you like women on women, men on men, women on man, women on man, women on women, or whatever the case may be. Woman on man, man on woman. It don't matter. It don't matter about your sexual orientation at the end of the day. It's sad to see that a lot of family homes can be messed up because of the fact that someone decided to have a one-night stand. And now this woman is feeling like she's stuck in a situation, or this man, because it can be vice versa, feel like he's stuck in a situation because nobody's going to want them. Now they feel like they stuck. Now the person that affected them with it is the narcissist. Because now they making them feel unworthy themselves. Or because they decide to go out and have a one-night stand. Get over it. Get out of all this dumb stuff. Nah, that's not how that go. You're weird. And you don't even know how to take accountability for your actions. That's the problem with society today. Taking accountability for your actions. It's the thought process for me. Wow. How you can actually sit here and say you love somebody, right? Regardless of your sexual orientation. And don't even acknowledge to the person that you're with that you're having a third-party conversation with somebody else. You know how disrespectful that is? You know how more disrespectful it is to know that you brought somebody home. You not only you brought back something home to somebody. You came home and brought something back with you to give to your wife or your man. Because men get stuck in these situations too, where they sleeping with a female, and she psychs him out his thought process and his freedom, his pockets, and his eyesight. Or because she wanted to do what she wanted to do. She wanted to be a narcissist. She wanted to have controlling issues at the end of the day. And she's the one who's spreading whatever she's spreading. And she decides to come back and give it to him. And he feels like he's stuck now. Now he doesn't feel worthy of himself. It's not right. It's not right. And it's disgusting to see that an individual who says they're grown and they're an adult, whatever, will sit there and laugh. Like something is funny. Get over it. What? Why? Because that's what they told you to do? You didn't know how to cope with you? It's disgusting. Leave innocent people alone. You know, cheating on somebody or whatever the case may be, having third-party conversations, and you in a relationship or whatever you decide to do, whatever the case may be. When you laying down with somebody and you laying down with multiple people, give somebody the benefit of the doubt to say they want to deal with you at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. It's called respect. Because God knows what you got going on. You know, self-awareness is very important. It really is. And having self-love for yourself is very important. And knowing your self-value is very important. It really is. It truly is. Like, it really is. Leave innocent people alone. It's disgusting. Wear protection. Know who you sleeping with before you lay down with them. And I say that respectfully. Because someone will sit here and suck you out your freedom, your thought process, and your eyesight, and all types of shit. And you be reevaluating your thought process, saying yourself is, damn. It's nothing attractive about infecting people. It's nothing funny about infecting people. It's not. It really isn't. That's real ignorant. That some people like look at this stuff like it's a joke because they're the one that's carrying it. When they spread it and they don't care. A person that's infected, they don't give a fuck about their life. Not all, but some. And majority of them that don't give a fuck about their life at the end of the day, they don't care about spreading it. They don't. A person will sit here and try to psych you out your thought process at your most vulnerable time in your life, when you least expect it. They were acting like they so in tune with you. They so for you, or whatever the case may be. And nah, you good, you good, you good. Nah, that sweet talk and all that, say that shit for somebody who actually gives a fuck. Don't that sweet talking shit. Be mindful who you allowing that pep talk to be talked to at the end of the day when it comes to you. Don't accept that from nobody. I don't care who they are, male, female, or not. At the end of the day, like, nah. Somebody trying to get in your drawers at the end of the day, man and female at the end of the day, be mindful who you laying with. And I say that respectfully. Be mindful who you laying with. It's the thought process for me. It really is. It really is. It's really sad to see that certain communities get labeled because of certain people, because of people. It doesn't matter if you're straight or gay at the end of the day. It don't matter, because both communities are infected. Not all, but I'm just saying. One community is not less than the next community at the end of the day, because you have straight people out here that will be exposed to some shit, and they will go through the fucking community and go to different communities through different states and shit and start infecting people. Regardless if you straight or not. People are grimy. People mad grimy out here. And it's sad. It really is sad. What look good ain't good. Never judge a book by its cover, and I say that respectfully. Be mindful who you laying down with. Protect your energy, because not everybody's deserving your time. Wow. You know, because you may not have been taught how to love yourself, or what love looks like up close in person at the end of the day, or someone didn't show you certain tools when it comes to healthy boundaries and having self-awareness for yourself, it's not an excuse for you not to be able to show up for yourself. And I say that respectfully. Because at the end of the day, something that hurts you within, you know it's not for you. And I say that respectfully. And sometimes we got to reevaluate our thought process and say to ourselves is, okay, I know this doesn't feel comfortable. It's not for me. Even if somebody comes into your life, knowing that's something that makes you uncomfortable, when someone comes around you, you're aware and you know what's going on. And I say that respectfully. Or if something feels familiar to you of a conversation that's not for you at the end of the day, you got to reevaluate your thought process and move and fall back. Because you matter and you are worthy. Don't let somebody psych you out your thought process, or don't ever let somebody allow you to feel like you're unworthy of yourself because they decided to have controlling issues and they are a narcissist. And that's not the type of energy that you're even trying to project into the universe. And I say that respectfully. Because, you know, everybody deserving of true love. They are. Everybody deserving of someone respecting them. Without the mind games, manipulation, and a narcissist behavior. Without it. Be real with yourself. And I say that respectfully. And if you are infected or whatever the case may be, listen, leave innocent people alone. Be real with yourself to actually look at your reflection of yourself when you're having conversations with individuals in the day that you saying that you want to get in tune with, you trying to lay up with, or whatever the case may be. Be real with yourself and be real with them. And let them know what's up. Just let them know. Because at the end of the day, you could go to jail. However way it go. Because why? The person never knew. It's the thought process of me. You don't already care about your life. You already don't care about your life. So at the end of the day, you don't care about the next innocent person. When you was that innocent person. Save somebody's life today, and I say that respectfully. Leave innocent people alone. If you know you're infected, Be real with your reflection of yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror, when you're talking to individuals that you're trying to have a conversation with. Be real with them. Let them know what's up. If they don't want to talk to you, let that rejection be the rejection. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. When you find that person who's not going to reject you, their day will come. But don't force something on somebody at the end of the day. That's not for them. Because you're insecure about yourself. You're in depression mode about your life. And you don't care about yourself. Leave innocent people alone. And I say that respectfully. And protect yourself when y'all in relationships too. All them third-party conversations that people be having at the end of the day, sleeping with other people or whatever the case may be. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. It's not right for someone to disrespect you and bring you home something at the end of the day. I don't care if it's curable or not. It's not right. They already telling you that they don't have respect for you. They already showed you what time they was on. Don't be fooled, because you're not a fool. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Have self-awareness. Love yourself. Know your self-value at the end of the day. Because you was brought up a certain kind of way at the end of the day, and all you saw was toxic behavior, that was never the norm. And I say that respectfully. That was never the norm. It was never the norm. You matter. And you are worthy. And there's nothing to play about when it comes to your life. And I say that respectfully. Protect yourself. Be mindful who you laying down with. It's okay to go to the clinic and get checked up before you lay down with somebody. It's not a crime. Don't let nobody feel like it's a crime. And if they feel like it's a problem, don't sleep with them. Reevaluate your life and say to yourself, I love myself enough to know at the end of the day, you're not for me. Because eventually, after you keep speaking upon it, they're going to go their way. Because why? They know they don't have the documentations, and they're never going to go to the clinic, and they know they have something. And I say that respectfully. I don't understand. People be out here talking to people, whatever. Somebody sits there and asks them for paperwork or whatever the case may be, right? Homeboy, homegirl, or whatever the case may be, will sit there and procrastinate, pull out old paperwork from years ago to show somebody and think somebody's slow, stupid, retarded, or whatever the case may be. They not one of them. They not one of them. Whoever you pulled that okie dokie on, they not one of them. Not everybody's on that low vibrational energy at the end of the day. They mean what they say, and they say what they say what they mean. That they true to themselves, that they love and respect themselves. That at the end of the day, they gonna get to the bottom of it. You wanna talk to me? Let's go to the clinic. Show me some paperwork. What's up? You wanna sit here and pull out paperwork from years ago. And let alone you pulling out paperwork that don't even have the actual information that needs to be put on that was supposed to be on the paperwork. You just showing them something that you was at the doctor. And this ain't got nothing to do with what they talking about. A person has the right to know before they lay down with you who they talking to. And I say that respectfully. Before you lay down with somebody, know who you laying down with. People are grimy as fuck out here. And they don't care. They do not care. And it's not right. And it's not the norm. I don't understand why they making this the norm. It's not the norm. This shit is not the norm. It's not. It's not. Imagine you having a sibling, a guardian, or it don't matter who it is in your family at the end of the day. Even you. The innocent person. Who do you confide in? Who do you confide in when it comes to this type of stuff? When it comes to reevaluating your life, after someone said they didn't care about your life, you feel like you don't know which way to turn, what's going on. You start to feel lost within lost to show up for yourself. Because somebody tried to psych you out your freedom, your thought process. You wouldn't want nobody. You wouldn't want nobody around you to have to deal with that, let alone you. Somebody psyching them out their thought process or their freedom. And I say that respectfully. Regardless of what loved one it is. You don't want nobody playing your people's face. So let them know at the end of the day. Be mindful who you laying with. Because you matter, you are worthy for someone to respect you for who you truly are. Not someone to go against you, manipulate your character, paint a description that you truly not. Nah. And I say that respectfully. You matter. Your life matters. Be mindful who you lay with. It's okay to go to the doctor to see what your status is. It's not a crime. What would be a crime is somebody infecting you and you asking them at the end of the day and they lied to you. Or they thought that they was making you comfortable with them making you comfortable because they was sweet talking you and they thought you overlooked what they was trying to do to you when you was trying to ask them something. You see how they try to play the narcissist mind games with you? It's not cool. And I say that respectfully. Wow. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. When you lay down with somebody, before you lay down with somebody, get tested. Know your status. Not only just know your status, but know who you're talking to. Because somebody that has ill intentions like that knows their status at the end of the day, not only they can affect you, but they can bring harm towards you too. They can bring harm towards you. And I say that respectfully. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. And I say that respectfully. Wow. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself and others around you. Never allow the enemy or hate in disguise or personal malicious intentions psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom, your pockets, or your eyesight, because they have malicious intentions. And they're not for you. Protect your energy because not everybody's serving your time. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. Love yourself with God's protection for every direction. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Have a safe week ahead of you. Protect your energy. You matter and you are worthy. You matter. Now you genuine love, respect. Have a good day. Later.